Okay, we are watching some more Italian league. It is Trentino versus Perugia, and honestly, I'm surprised that it's a four-setter, and I'm also surprised that Trentino won. But it's gonna be a great game. We got Mickey Leto, the man, the myth, the legend, the unicorn himself, Foray, the French right side. Ramon Ferreira is the outside. Actually, is he? I think he's the Italian outside. Yeah. And then, of course, Lucero, Gianelli running the offense. Ishikawa, Semeniuk, and Plotnytski looks like they all played pretty evenly. I would assume that Ishikawa played the least, but then he almost got the same amount. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Bentara. Oh wow. Wait, who played right side then? So Bentara looks like he played a little bit, but I assume that they must have put Ishikawa, Semeniuk, or Plotnytski on the right side then. We'll see. We will see. Bentara starts here. We'll find out. We'll find out soon. All right, let's see. Good pass. We're in the middle here. And, like, I don't know. He's 6'11", so he can get away with that a little bit because then, like, his a few inches off the ground is still getting him above the net pretty decently. But like, look at the difference between his posture and his posture, and they're still up at the same spot. And the middle's actually higher from that, and he's able to get over the net like that. So actually, middles like this is why I'm more of a fan of this, and being loaded and being ready to jump and move. Tough out of system ball. They barely sneak it over. Let's see, they got a free ball here. Also, what do you guys think of Gianelli's hair? What do you think of that? I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Let's see. Good run, though. And you see how Semeniuk has to take this ball really short. So he just rocks himself back as far as he can, and then just immediately from here to here goes to his route. Like, he's just approaching immediately. Doesn't worry about, oh, I'm not back here and on a perfect line, whatever. Get to your route no matter what. Figure it out. Find a way. And you see he kind of like jumps here because he knows that he's going to drift over here. And then he jumped from here, hit the ball there. Like, he knows that if he's going at this angle, he just kind of has to do a little bit of math and hit it off at that angle there. Floater, a little short serve. Fare takes care of it. Good ball. Mickey Leto just up there. You know, I'm surprised that Bentara didn't hit like a full swing block move here. But I mean, you see he's up there. It's just Mickey Leto's hitting it at such a high point. It's just tough to take all the angles away from him. Pretty good pass from Semeniuk there. I want to see that move real quick. He kind of got caught on his left foot a little bit here, so it looks like it's a little bit uncomfortable, but still makes a great angle, finds a way. Lucero swinging that deep corner, man. Nice. Bentara, good serve. I'm very interested to see who goes in on the right side for Perugia here. Tough. Now, whose ball is this? I would say this is Semeniuk's ball. You see right here, he's a little bit shallow. But this is why, like, this posture here, where they're really, really low, personally, if I were to do that, I wouldn't be able to move. They might be slightly more athletic. Well, no, they're definitely more athletic than me. But, like, I just wouldn't feel comfortable moving in a low posture like that. It's just, like, extremely low. So, like, you just want to get yourself into a point. I want to see if I can kind of show you. Maybe I'll have to show you later. But you want to get yourself to a posture where you can push off with both your legs, Let's see. Out of system, chips it off the line there. Really nice. Honestly, really nice swing. I want to see this one more time. Let's see that approach. Gets himself up there. Ball's coming from real far. Nice angle. Like, I don't mind this. Sorry. I always yawn in, like, the first few points. Anyways, I don't mind this setup by by Plotnytski here. I really don't. I don't know. I mean, like this is a good block. He just skims it off, cheats just a little bit off that block. It's just a good swing. Like you can live with that. And it almost went straight into Semeniuk's lap too. Like you can't really be mad at that. Bentara gets blocked here by Michieletto. And like same thing here, like Michieletto is doing a little shuffle move, getting himself up decently, and he's just a huge block. Like he doesn't need to make a huge swing block, because if he jumps as high as he possibly can, he'll probably get his like chest about at the top of the net, and then that'll open up his low seam really badly. So honestly, him not jumping 100% is probably the best thing for him. Let's see Plotnytski. Love Plotnytski's serve. He's got. Now Fare's gone line multiple times now, and you see how he just kind of turns his body. Like he keeps that ball in front of him so his body's here, then the ball, then the net, then everything else over here. Like he keeps that ball in front of him, and then he can like turn his body because that ball's in front of him. If that ball's up here, up here, then it's like really hard to get clean contact and go straight forward. But let's see where he contacts his ball. Like you see how he contacts that ball. He's not touching it yet here, I don't think. And then he contacts it there. Like you see how he's kind of forward a little bit. It's not anything extreme. It's just a few inches in front of where your body is. Like it's just, if I'm reaching straight up here and then I move my arm like that, like that's all it is. That's all it needs to be. Because you don't want to take away your peak too much. But that just allows you to take it down the line a little bit there. Really nice. And it's the same thing if you mirror it to the outside as well. Bentara, same thing right here. See where he contacts it. It's not full, like it's pretty much fully at your peak, but it's just slightly in front so that you can bring that ball in front of you, you know? And he's still swinging pretty deep there. It's a great dig. I want to see that. Look at that collapse. Look at that collapse. Just like almost lifting your feet and just letting yourself fall as quickly as possible and just touching that ball a little bit. It's really nice. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good touch. And you see Lucero kind of stops himself short, goes for that cross swing, which I am a fan of, but I'd say early in this game, you don't want to give the seams up too early. Like you want to do that late in a game after someone is hitting it really sharp, or like hitting cross a bunch on you and scoring a bunch on you. Let's see, Lucero. Good serve. This guy kind of gets it. Yeah, so this is Ramon Fergu. Who is he? I might even just look it up. I don't know. I think he's Italian though, but he made a few mistakes there. Gives it back to him. It's a good swing. And you see, like, this is a great swing, okay? But you see how he's coming he's coming straight to the net here. And then when he's trying to turn that ball, he has to just kind of go here a little bit. Like it's just slightly less comfortable than if it was straight in front of him, if that makes sense. But he's got a heavy arm, so it works out. Nice swing here. That's a big middle. Holy crap. Hello. Not even at his peak, and he's just big toe OT. Good run. Good run. Let's see what tempo they're on. On contact, he is on the toes pretty much. Really nice. And then he's going back to serve. It's a big dude. I don't know who he is. Bartha. Big Bartha. Not sure who he is exactly, but he's a beast. That's for sure. Good shot by Semeniuk. And this is a great shot, but when you do this, it's tough. But you want to just make sure that you're getting on the outside of that arm. Because if you get on the inside of the arm and you go too low, it's probably getting blocked. So stay high towards the hands, and stay on just that edge of the block. Like, just gotta be careful. It's just a. You don't want to do that against a huge blocker either. I wouldn't say that that's a scenario where you're not jumping fully, like you're not at your peak, and you're against a block, like a good double or triple block, probably a triple block, and the right side blocker or the setter is the smallest option, like the smallest guy. Sheesh, Bentara not getting kills right now, but I mean they're making good moves on him, and then he's getting blocked. Let's see, good cover. Let's see one more. Swing down the line. I don't think he's gotten a kill yet. He's gotten dug or something every single time so far. Same thing here, but he's comfortable with it. Like he's good at taking it thumb down outside his range, which is impressive. And then you see how I think it looks like they're right outside the block, or was that in the seam? I think that's in the seam there, which is tough. But it looks like they're opening up the seam. Like it looks like the middle, this middle, and Lucer both opened up the seam a little bit, and it's still only the first set. Like I don't know. That's if it's on purpose, that's an early adjustment. If it's not on purpose, then they gotta close that block. You know what I mean? Big old block move gets tooled there. Let's see. Spinner gets Michieletto out of system. Fare taking a rip. Let's see. And same thing, like it looks like this is a great adjustment by Plotnytski here because he knows that Fare likes that line. And so now let's see where contact is. On contact, he has his right hand on the ball. Like that's perfect setup. And Bentara is covering a ton of space. It's a pretty closed triple block. This angle, let's see where he is. This angle to here, not realistic. Unless he hits it perfectly at the tee, that's pretty unrealistic. And if it goes deep corner, you got two defenders back here, and it's probably getting touched. Which, who knows, it might have gotten touched anyways. No, okay. Semenya could serve. Whew, Michieletto, hello. Yeah, getting him at his peak on that Bic is just so incredible. Like, that's a high set. It's a pretty high set. But, like, compared to where it peaks out at, it's really not that, It's really not that crazy. Like, it peaks about there. And then he hits it right there. Like, I guess there's a slight difference there. Like, maybe you can shorten that distance a little bit, but still, that's a good run. Bang. Nice. Ooh. And it looks like they're just going after the seams here on their serves, and it's working out pretty well. I don't know if that's in or out. I think it's okay. It's out, but it was a pretty close serve. But even at this level, serving seams, whether it's a float, whether it's a spin, whatever the heck it is, hitting some seams is really, really important. There we go. Bentara, come on. There we go. Now you're getting at it. And look at how big this block is for Michieletto. Like, obviously this field goal space is open, but it's a dangerous swing there. Like, that's pretty risky business trying to go after his field goal. Let's see. On the outside, Plotnytski. And look at where he starts from. So he's a lefty. He's hitting on the outside here. Ball gets pushed back. Keeps himself inside. He's ready to move inside. And just gets himself over there. Gets his left shoulder by that ball. Swings through the seam there. Gets him deep out of system. Let's see what goes on here. Free ball. Let's see what Perugia gets going. Probably middle. No. Rips it into the seam. Wow, what a touch by this middle. You know, he's loading here. He's loading, getting ready to jump. And on that load, he's both getting ready to jump and move, which I like. He might be able to be a little quicker, but that's a great touch, honestly. Like that's a frustrating touch. If I'm that outside, if I'm Plotnytski here, I'm frustrated by this guy touching this ball like that. Like, that's annoying. And obviously, if Plotnytski swings to that deep corner, this is probably a kill. Or, like, swings to maybe here, it's probably a kill. But he goes for that sharp angle, and since he's very late but still puts his hands in there, in that seam, they're in system again. And now you got Michieletto swinging on the outside there. Let's see. Go on the outside, let's see. Plotnytski, really nice swing here. And look at how he turns himself here. He's facing the ball, but then as he approaches, he swings that right foot around a decent bit and then is able to open up and be able to swing down that line, which I really like. Let's see. And Michieletto does it even better. Like, watch this here. Transitions out, ball's coming from deep. He's facing that ball, but then ball's in front of him, so the ball's here. So he turns as he's approaching. As he's doing that step close, he uses his right foot to swing around. It's in front of his left foot. Swing around, open himself up, take a swing. Looks like he just took a little bit of power off trying to go that sharp angle. Again, as I always say, you gotta always be ready to just jump and swing. It's volleyball. That's just what it's going to, you know? Especially in the men's game. It's a little sloppier. Some random touches happen a lot more than in women's volleyball. So you just gotta be ready to jump and swing whenever you can. Overpass, weird defense, block touch, don't care, whatever it is. In a game a few weeks ago, I had one where I get blocked, my teammate covers it off his shoulder, and it goes up and I swing, and I get a kill. Again, same thing with what Semeniuk did earlier, is no matter what, getting up there, approaching from where you are if you need to, jumping. He might be over here. Let's see where his foot is. Yeah, he's probably over. But we'll see. He wasn't over. Wow. That's a crazy swing then. Huge. Wow. Good for him. That's a really nice run. And now that's the tempo that I like, I'd say. Like the difference between, let's see where it peaks out. Peaks out at, geez. I'm messing up these buttons today. Just less clean today. All right, let's see. It peaks out here. Context there. I guess that difference isn't really that bad. It's a little bit less than Michieletto's pipe, I guess. But honestly, like Plotnytski's contact point is obviously going to be lower than Michieletto's contact point, and so it's just a little harder to read, like the difference between the pipe. But look here, like this guy in the middle is just covering the middle of the court. Everybody else is gone. And he just loads into it, does a standing block, takes an angle. And if I were him, I would take the 5 away from Plotnytski because that's where his natural arm swing would go, with more power, I'd say. But wow, good swing. Wow, and look at the angle he's coming at here. He's coming from here towards the setter, jumping towards him. He's facing him completely. His hips are completely facing the setter, and then ball's in front of him. He just rips through, and now as he's swinging, look where his hips are facing now. Using that torque, using that whole body to swing, gets a nice kill there. Let's see, floater. Good pass, yeah. Good pass, a little fast, a little skippy. Skips off, just keeps that ball up there nice. Just a little quick run. Quick arm swing by the middle. Helps him get that kill for sure. Plotnytski. Yeah, and I don't know, I mean, Plotnytski hasn't done anything too crazy right now, but, man, and this is something that personally I do a lot as well, but I see so many people do this, is they jump, they think, oh, okay, this space is open, so they press their arms into it, but, like, they're not pressing because they're kind of reaching up, and then someone swings down into the 6 where they could have probably blocked it. And then now he's covering where he would have swung, or where he did swing. He's just late on the press, and then they get that type of kill. Like that just happens too often. And like, listen, I mean, if this guy can bounce it right here, good for him. Okay, good for him. Obviously, if you can take that, do it. Like if you can stop him from doing it, obviously, yeah. If he hits here, good for him. That's awesome. He's a beast. But if he's swinging to that 6 spot, that's the ball that you need to take care of. That's the ball that you cannot allow, because this defense can't do anything about that. Like Semeniuk can't do anything with that. And the defense on the line and the cross, maybe they aren't going to do much either, but at least there's a higher error rate with him swinging really close to the line, you know? Close to the line, close to the edge of the court. But that 6 spot is like super low error if there's no block, because it's just swinging straight into the middle of the court. Like you think about if you're aiming here, you could miss by 10 feet and it's still in bounds. You know what I mean? But if you're aiming here and you miss by 1 foot, that might be out. You know what I mean? Let's see. Little tape skipper. They get that kill. Nice. Trentino. Trentino just honestly taking a few points here where it's just like, so who's this kid? Where it's just like, hey, I mean, they're just getting a few points here and there, like a few net trickles, a few weird points that aren't fully earned, but at least you're putting them into a tough spot somehow. Like, it's interesting. Now, who is this kid? Looks like Nick Lynch. Bang, big swing. Yeah, Plotnytski, or not Plotnytski, sorry, Semeniuk might not have, or might have been able to dig this ball, but it's just a good run. Yeah, and like, if you're loading like this, watch his little hop here, if you're loading like this, and then you're not able to like move quickly, then maybe take a smaller load step, you know? But yeah, it's not bad at all. Depending on if you're committing. Like if you're committing, commit fully, jump as much as you want. You can even swing block on a commit block. Don't care. But if you're reading, then you want to just be able to move as quickly as possible. And if you're reading, you have to understand you're giving up a perfect middle run. Like if they do that, I just want to make sure I was recording. Then that's all it is. Like that's okay, you know. Sneaks through that little seam there. It's not always open, but this swing into the seam, like challenging that seam, especially, I mean, if you're playing club, going against a triple block, sure, dude. Any team that you're playing against where you don't think that they're going to be clean blockers, attack that seam all day. Attack it all day, because I doubt that outside will close it. I wonder why it was open though, because I mean he gets really close to him, but then it looks like it looks like this middle kind of just pressed over, like that, pressed to his right a little bit. Yeah, it looks like he kind of pressed to his right and it opened up that seam. On a triple block, you just don't want to be reaching anywhere. On a solo block, reach wherever you want, I guess, for the most part. Unless you trust your defense. If it's a scenario where you want to trust your defense, do it for sure. But I don't know. Just don't go willy nilly. Don't go willy nilly. Don't go all crazy, just because you're a solo block. But like if you see something and you want to go after it, go after it. And now this is a commit right here. This is a good commit. He's up early. He's waiting. He's patient. Steps there. He waits. He looks like he's reading here. Let's see if Gianelli even looked. He didn't look, but he's waiting, gets in front of the route, jumps fully. He's jumping right after the middle. Huge block. It's really hard to work around that for Lucer. Really hard to work around that. Let's see. Oh, gosh, my back. Semeniuk hitting into the net here. Gabby Garcia, hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, kid. Oh, he's gone. Yeah. There's a blocking sub, it looks like. Let's see. Okay, that's the end of the first set. Is Semeniuk's swing to the net? That stinks. Semeniuk serving now. So we got this kid again. I don't know if I've even seen him attack yet. Out of bounds. He's just like a decoy. I guess it makes sense. That's why they won. Wow. Sheesh, man. That's a move that is annoying. Not gonna lie. Yeah, and it just slips through his hands. I don't even know what to say. He got. Floater. Let's see what goes on here. Float. Ooh, is that in or out? Ooh, wow. Not sure. Let's see. Inbounds. Wow. That's a really nice serve. It's a really nice serve. It's really tough to pass if you can get that accurate on a float. That's really impressive. I don't know. That's something where float servers should be very confident in trying to go for that. But it's tough too, because like if that float is truly moving, truly dancing, you could be aiming here and then at the last moment it just like floats over. You know what I mean? Good dunk by Good dunk by Micheletto. He's not going to get at his peak. There's a good block in front of him. Presses it through, puts him deep out of system there. And now they're getting a free ball back. Like, this is putting pressure on the team. Like, it doesn't need to be kill every time. Putting pressure on a team is just fine. Okay? Let's see here. Free ball. Going to that deep one. Getting no pipe anymore. Getting rid of the pipe. Like, I don't know, that one spot, if you're putting over free ball and you have time to react or like decide what you're doing, going to that one spot is just always a decent option. Wow. Yeah, that kid got OT field goal there. Yeah. And you saw Lucero was just wrong there. He guessed and he was wrong. And now this kid, not sure how to say that. Here, check it out. Cvanciger. Not sure how to say that. But he gets a kill. Micheletto field goals him. He's going to field goal Micheletto. No, he misses the serve. Come on, man. I was just rooting for you. Come on, brother. I don't even know what to call him. I don't even know what to call him because I don't know his name. Honestly, I love this move here. He hits a split step, realizes the ball's inside, takes a quick step. Like, it's not super perfect. Okay, this is exactly how the block should look. But he just does one of those like aggressive shuffle steps, presses early, jumps high, is up early, like just that toes block, bang. Gets up there, blocks that cross, huge. One more time. Bang. Huge. It's not like an excessive drift either, like he does really nice. And this is that ball where Gianelli just gets moved forward just slightly closer to the middle of the court, and at that point he's no longer this guy's responsibility. Like it's tough for him to stop that dump in front. But then as he gets moved, as he's up here, it's right in front of him, so that outside would have space to kind of front him and stop him on that. Nice block by Gianelli. I really like that one. Just that early press into the angle is really nice. Gets him a nice block there. Let's see. Going out of system to Fare. Again, same deal. Like, just that ball, keeping it in front of him, being able to rip that through. He gets dug, but it's a pretty good swing. Gets him out of system here. Let's see. Out of system again. I want to see that block, that reuse. See, this is a great recycle. Look at how he tips it straight into the hands. And even though the guy tries to like throw it down, since it's a super out of system ball and everyone's covering well, he tips it into the block and bang. Let's see, big swing. Tries to go off the hands, doesn't get it. And I wonder what other options he might have had here. Because this is a huge block. This is an absolutely huge block. Like, maybe he can try and chop it here, but that's risky because it's hard to do. And also, like, this guy just might dig it anyways. So just ripping off the hands, seeing if you can get a nice tool is probably the best option there. Great choice by Semeniuk. And it turns into a soft block for them, and you're running against an offense, but you're able to get a nice soft touch there. A little recycle again. Going to this kid. He gets it. Nice, man. And it looks like this outside just hesitated a little bit and just opened up a ton of line. Good for him. Good for him. I'm going to read that name. Van Shiger. I don't know. Van Shiger. I don't know, man. Don't know who he is. I'll look it up later. Let's see. Ooh. Nice swing by Fare. And again, like, he's facing here. That ball is in front of him. And he can still come through like that by just going a little bit to his right and then pushing and like rotating through like that. It's a really nice swing. He goes to that deep corner too. Huge swing. Really nice. Let's see. Bang. Nope. Gianelli taking a swing and he fakes him out. I mean, I guess a free ball to the middle is a pretty good idea too, but let's see. In system. Back to Fare. Same thing. That ball's in front of him. He can rip it through on that angle. Let's see here. Bang. This kid, all right. This kid's pretty good. He's got a really whippy arm swing too. Not sure who he is. Not sure if he played somewhere or if he's just played in Europe his whole life. That's a nice swing, man. Wow, look at that. That arm swing is just so impressive to me. Like the separation and that, look at that mobility. Like, look at how far his shoulder comes back. And then look at there, like elbow high with like, that shoulder mobility, man. And look at how quickly, from one frame to the next frame, that hand is going up straight high onto the ball. Like, that's really whippy. Really whippy. Really, really nice. Good for him. I gotta get that shoulder mobility, man. Ooh, wow. See, again, like getting Michieletto somewhere near his peak is just really tough. Like, he's contacting here, the highest block is here. That's such a nice tip. That's such a nice tip, man. And I think Plotnytski could be more ready to move here. Like, look at how it's from this posture, it's hard for him to push off and go one direction, you know? Floater in Plotnytski, good pass to the middle, right through that little seam here. Yeah, and just feeling out that seam as a setter, feeling out where the seams in the block are. Like, if he's approaching here, wonderful time to set him. If he's approaching here in between the blockers, wonderful time to set him, you know? If he's right in front of, like, I'll explain it a little deeper. If he's right in front of him, this guy just has to jump straight up, and he's blocking this guy, okay? But if he's a little bit offset from where the blocker is, then this guy has to jump sideways, and he's lower, and he's probably later as well, okay? So that's why it's good to attack the gaps. And there's other reasons too, like sometimes you just leave that gap and you read somewhere else too, but there's other reasons. Let's see, good little quick run there. Slight misconnection, it looks like. Go to the outside, go to Michieletto. These tips are nice from him, dude. I really like these tips. And I love how he gets it here, okay? But then he throws it into the side of this kid's arm. Like, he just tips it into the side of his arm and tries to get that tool. Good read by Gianelli, though. Like, this is what I'm talking about on defense, is being able to be here and then still have the ability to, like, push off with this leg and jump to the side, you know? Ball's still alive. Going back to Fare. Bang. Big swing. And the only problem with like making yourself rotate in the air so that you can have that line is then, since you're rotating here, rotating back sometimes isn't always the easiest thing. Like, if you have momentum, like you see how he's kind of falling back here. That's just because he was rotating. Little tip there, going to Michieletto now. OT, yeah, that's going OT. Oh my goodness, holy crap! It's a really nice swing though. And if you just trust your arm swing and contact it high when you're kind of rotating like that, that's really, really nice. Sheesh, dude. What do you do? What do you do against this? What do you do against that? Okay. OT on a double block, straight to the corner. Pure no touch at, like, I don't know, 65 miles an hour, something like that. What are you going to do with that? What do you do? What do you do to stop that? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Good swing by Semeniuk. I think that's out of bounds. It looks out of bounds. And this kid's just ripping high. Honestly, good for him to have that confidence. Looks like that ball's out of bounds. Nice. Good for him. Semeniuk missed it. Floater from Rosende. Nice run. Again, same thing. Just even though, like, he's just slightly to the left of this blocker here. And that's where the space is. That's where the space is. Because if he jumps straight up, then that's the space. If he tries to jump over, then he's a smaller block. You know? Good dig, though. Wow. Keeps that ball alive. Oh, my gosh. And then nobody goes for it. Oh, gosh. Plotnytski not having the best team chemistry game here. Not really flowing well. And like, I don't know, you see here they're approaching right on each other, and it's just like harder. Like this swing against this block is a little bit harder because he's right in front of his face, you know? It's not a huge block. They get dug, and he got dug last time too, but it's just, I'm just talking about usually. I like it when I see right sides do stuff like this. 'Cause I think, like, one thing that I was talking to one of my teammates about like probably a month ago actually, was there's a right side in the league who's now injured, but he plays on the right side and almost treats it like he plays his game like an outside, like lots of tips, throws it into the block, swipe, all that stuff, and it's smart. Like I think everyone should be able to do that kind of stuff. Really nice run. Wow, holy crap! And getting this middle at his peak here is, yikes, dude. Holy crap, dude. Bartha. I'm going to have to check out where Bartha's from, because if he's Italian, then I don't know why I've never seen him play. Maybe I have, and I just didn't realize it. Now we got Ishikawa back in the game. Yeah, and Fare just keeping that ball straight in front of him. He's facing here, and it's just easy for him to swing down that line because of that. Yeah. Let's see here. Ishikawa serving it up. Pretty decent serve. Good pass, though. And I don't know, I like that outside, though. I think he complements Michieletto well. Like, aggressive when he's hitting, but he's a clean player. Passing well, doing that kind of stuff. Nice swing by Lucer here. Approaching from off the net. Look at how he's just, like, leaning back as he's jumping straight up and leaning back a little bit. Like, he's not drifting forward or anything, so that it makes it easier for Gianelli to get that ball in front of him so that he can take a real swing. Really nice swing. One more time. Bam. Really nice. And just that fast arm swing, too. Like, jumping, and then whenever you decide to go, bang. Just going. Just exploding towards wherever you're hitting. Let's see, Lucer. Good serve. Getting Michieletto out of system here. Or out of the options, I guess you could say. Sheesh, man. Is he Brazilian or is he I don't know if this guy seems Brazilian. I'm not gonna lie. He seems Brazilian, but he might be Italian. I'm not sure. Let's see. Bang. Good run. Good reverse flow here. Takes a step forward and then just rips it back. And this guy, not a bad swing, not a terrible swing. Maybe he could go sharper. It's probably going to that deep corner, honestly. This is just a good block. I just want to see that block one more time. Dude goes straight up, presses early. Look at how much he's pressing that right hand. Gets him a nice block. And, like, that's not a house. That's not, like, a monster block by any means. But it's a really good block. It's a really clean block. And even if in the long run you're just taking up a lot of space and making it difficult for that hitter, that makes a huge difference in the game. Makes a huge difference. Floater going into the second set here. Sheesh, man, these tape serves. Almost getting Ishikawa. Nice, there we go. And Semeniuk hasn't scored much on these triple blocks, but just consistently he's been going after the hands. He went after these hands earlier. He went after Michieletto earlier, got a nice recycle, and now he finally gets a nice kill off those hands. Like, off the triple block, you're not gonna get a ton of, like, you're not gonna be able to get a kill every time against the triple block, okay? But making the right decisions helps you limit the errors and get kills sometimes, like get kills a decent amount. And that's all you can really ask against a triple block. And they just swing low here. Look at how loaded he is. And, like, if he's able to move off of this posture, then cool. And then he just goes off of one leg. And look at how big that step is, too. Like, he takes a big step right here, goes off of one leg, presses immediately, gets it right there. I mean, he's super tall, super long, and so he can press really quickly. But I love the one-legged move because that's just what was required for that point. Let's see, and now it's 23-14 here. Trentino's just owning Perugia. Blocks, serves, kills, everything. They're getting all of it right now. Yeah, I think this looks like a commit here. Looks like he committed on him. And again, look at how early he presses. I mean, huge hands, but he presses early so he doesn't give them a chance to get by. And like maybe pressing early like this means that he's not adding any power to the swing. You know, like it's just you're taking some power off and getting the block and putting it back on their side. And so it's not like straight down or anything. But that almost goes down, and it's also just not a risk. Like it's not a risk of, oh shoot, I accidentally pressed too late. And Semeniuk again, ripping off those hands, limiting errors, doing the right thing, and he's getting kills again now. Nice swing by that guy. Gabby Garcia serves back, missed the serve. We got 24-16. Floater, out of system. Going to Fare, off the hands. Oh my. Let's see. Ishikawa. Good recycle. Let's see. Out of system from Semeniuk. Ishikawa. Looks like he got the hands there. I would assume he did. Because it's Ishikawa and I'm a fan. What? He missed. Give me a sec. Okay. Sorry I had to go to the bathroom. We're back. All right. And this guy right here, Ramon Farragle, not sure how to pronounce it perfectly, but I do like him as an O2 with Michieletto here because I don't know, like he doesn't have a huge load on his back to get a bunch of kills. I think Fare has a much bigger load than he does on his back to get kills. Nice swing right here though. But like he's just purely, he's going to embrace that O2 type of deal, okay? Because Michieletto is going to get a ton of swings. He's going to get the most swings on his team pretty much every single game, no matter what's happening. And let me just check that to make sure. Because he should be getting the most kills, or the most sets just about every time. Yeah, this makes sense. Because Fare is getting set back row and front row. But, yeah, like, I don't know, I like that a lot. And having Fare too, like Fare's not gonna make too many errors. It seems like he's being pretty consistent. Like he's swinging high very consistently, and sometimes it turns into soft touches like that. But nice swing by Ishikawa. Really nice swing right there. And that was the little thumb down, just a slight little thumb down action, getting him outside that block. Ooh, good touch. Good touch here by Ishikawa. And then being able to land and immediately jump over and keep that ball alive there. Really impressive. Because once you get that touch, it's really hard to do anything on defense about that. Floater passing two. Okay, so we have Plotnytski playing right side now. Floater, Semeniuk. It's not a bad deal, though. Not a bad deal. Playing that little small ball game. It looks like they're going to win this set as well. Low error. Lots of scrappiness, I assume. Bang. Hello, Fare. Hello. Yeah. You don't want to overstep. Like that's Ishikawa's putting that up easily. It's just tough. Like you always want to be super aggressive on defense, but you got to trust your the other players on your team as well. Bang. Nice swing by Semeniuk there. And that's that same type of deal as that swing that he had where it chipped off the block. And this one, he just has to make sure that he's going at a good enough angle so that even if he gets a pretty good contact on it, it's still going out of bounds. Like it's a nice swing. Fare, again, keeping that ball in front of him so well. Contacting the ball in front of him every single time. Taking it through that seam. You know, he doesn't, it's not like he's hitting it as hard as a lot of other guys. Like I think a ton of other right sides hit it way harder. But he's getting good hand contact on it every time. He's getting it at his peak every time. And he's making the right decisions every time. Bang. Off the hands. Yeah, nice swing. We got 6-4 Trentino. And it looks like they're having Ishikawa not pass, which is interesting. But these are three super high level national team outsides playing on the pins here. So whatever options you have passing, are not bad options. Like even with Ishikawa not passing, it's just because they're slightly better. The other guys are slightly better. Ishikawa's a great passer. Like on many teams, I would say Ishikawa is probably the best passer on his team. Nice dunk. And like, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're going to call. They're going to call a carry there. I don't know if I fully agree with it. But, I don't know. As long as you stay quick with it, it's nice. Nice swing here. Nice swing. Really nice swing. And let's see where Gianelli's lined up here. Yeah. He's just not sealing the line. Out of system, unless you're playing a specific player who only swings cross. You want to seal that line as much as possible. Just every time, seal that line. Get your, if it's going to be a triple block, get your inside hand on that ball. If it's going to be a double block, get your outside hand on that ball at least. Nice there, really nice. Or just line your face up every time. Like that's a pretty good way to do it. Get your face on that ball every time. Ooh, he goes for it. I don't mind the idea. Spin to float, good pass, bang. Gosh, man. And this is why, like, getting the middle to his peak really quickly. Wow, he's up there, man. Holy crap. Wow. Sheesh, man. He's just flying. But getting the middle to his peak really quickly just puts so much pressure on a block. You know, because that, like, if he's going to read like this, then this is going to be a point every single time if he's going to get it at his peak like that every single time. Like, if that middle connection is really, really clean, really physical, really good, that's going to put so much pressure on a blocker, you know, and then it's going to free up space for everyone else. It's going to make it a lot easier for them to get kills because the middle blocker is either going to commit or he's going to end up being late. Nice swing by Fari. Again, Fari's, I don't know, I'm gonna have to check the stats after this because I feel like Fari's just not making much errors. Not making a bunch of them. He's just making good decisions. And like, yeah, maybe he's not getting a kill every single time. Nobody does. So, yeah. Let's see here. Going to the outside, going to this guy. Nice swing. He likes that line. And like right here, it doesn't have to be the hardest swing of all time to score. Like obviously that's a middle back there, and it got a little shifty, and then they have him playing in the one spot. But still, like even Gianelli will make that move sometimes where he just kind of pokes at it and just accidentally hits it out of bounds or something like that. Like everyone's gonna make a move like that sometimes. Just making the right decisions and not making errors is so much more important to me. Let's see, Gianelli going for it. Yep. Out of system here, going to Michieletto, of course. Little dunk ski. Middle, setting the ball. It's a good ball. It's a really nice ball, getting him at his peak. Nice. Good dig. Let's see, Ishikawa. Looks like somebody got net, but I'm not sure. No, maybe it's just shaking already. I don't know. Good recycle. Let's see where it hit. Yeah, getting the hands. And like this ball's so high on his hands, like it even just hits his fingers and it turns into a really, really easy cover. Now they're out of system. They get another chance to swing. Just getting yourself more chances to swing. Like even just if you just say that you're getting a kill every, like, let's say 33% of the time, 1 out of 3 times, okay? Let's say you get 3 swings, you're going to get 1 kill. Let's say you get 6 swings, you're going to get 2 kills. Like, the more swings that you get, the more chances you're going to have to score, and the more often the more points you're going to get. So just, like, having these points where you're not making errors, you're not going for it and trying to force a kill, and instead you're just putting pressure on a team, that turns into more opportunities for you to swing and score. Okay, like let's see. Okay, they're out of system here. We're going back to Plotnytski. You know, like this isn't an ideal situation for Plotnytski. It's still a double block. Maybe it's not closed, but still, and he gets a nice kill there. Okay, let's see another out of system ball. Out of system ball here, good. Let's see. Bang. And like this isn't always going to be a kill where you're swinging at these hands here, but sometimes it will be. Bang. And that's why you're swinging high. That's why you're making the right decisions. Let's see, spinner. I really like this middle, that Bartha guy. He's a beast. Honestly, Itas Trentino has really good middles this year. I don't know if that. I think 23. I think he was there last year as well, but I'm not sure. But they look good. They look really good. And Sbertoli runs a great offense. Like I think he makes great decisions. He's able to run the middles pretty good. But man, these middles are absolutely insane. Like where their contact. Like, let's just even look at this here. This is just him doing this for fun at this point. He's trying to touch his head. Like that's crazy. Bang, Plotnytski on the back row. Really nice. I like that. And with that back row ball, if you have a lefty on the right side taking it from the back row, wow, he's close there. I really like them coming at a slight angle and then just leaving that ball on his left shoulder, like not missing too far so that he's turned here and can go wherever he wants. Bang. Really nice. Let's see here. Floater. Floater in. Micheletto. Uh-oh, out of system. Oof. Gianelli going for it, being aggressive there, taking a big rip. Yeah, and they got to be clean if they want to win this game. Yeah. And even something like this, like he's obviously not going to get a kill here, okay? Like it's going to be pretty, if he gets a kill here, it's going to be really lucky, okay? So he just keeps the ball in play, doesn't force anything, doesn't try to still score. He says, okay, I'm not in a good position. I'm just going to put some pressure under. And now at least they are out of system and you're going to get a good block in front of Ishikawa. And it turns into it's a great swing by Ishikawa, but at least it's no longer a guaranteed point for the other team. Like, let's just say him swinging here, there's a 10% chance that he gets a kill. Okay? Them playing defense here, there's, let's say, a 25% chance that they get the dig and get another opportunity to swing. You know, like, good. That's awesome. You know? Honestly, I would say it's even more than 25%. Let's see. Good. Like something like this, man. Like something like this. Sometimes you'll get a kill off of it because it'll just go off their hands some way. If not, bang. Recycle it. Keep it going. Bang. Kablam. Really nice swing. Really nice swing there. Because like something like this can turn into a nice, easy solo block because of that quickness of it. Sbertoli's already sitting there, so it's not like it's hard for him to get his hands under there. Bang, he's running an offense. He's got 3 options. They're all over here. Bang, solo block over here. Pretty much a solo block, okay? Bang, nice, easy kill. Yeah, it's not about you getting killed. It's not about you looking cool. It's not about bumping your stats up. It's about putting pressure on a team. And yeah, going for a kill does put pressure on a team. So you should go for the kill a lot of the time. But you're not always going to be in a scenario where it's the right decision to go for the kill. Even here, I wouldn't say that this is him swinging all crazy and going for a huge kill there. That's just him going to a deep corner, putting them under pressure, and he messed up the dig, forcing them to be perfect. Let's see. Ishikawa. Ooh. All right, we got Trentino up 22-20, and they lose this set. I'm interested to see how. Good little side out, go in the middle. Lucere in the back row here. Is Lucere the guy that gets more on a run? No, it's not. And this guy has to commit on this middle. Like, if you don't on a perfect pass, then it's just going to be an automatic point in the middle. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Wow, good cover by this libero. Just not giving up on a play. And that's the stuff that will give you opportunities in a 5th set, you know, like something like that. Wow, okay, 24-21. Good swing by Micheletto, by the way. Nice. But let's see how they lose this. Okay, missed serve by Micheletto. Big serve from Plotnytski coming at you. Ace. Okay, that's clutch. That's clutch. That's huge from Plotnytski. Another serve hits the same exact scene. Out of bounds. Holy crap. That looks like it was touched. No. No touch. Bang. Wow. Oof. And that could have been game. That could have been game. And I'm talking all this game about Bartha, which he's still a beast. But all right, now we got 24-24. I'm pretty sure this set finishes 27-29. What a dig by Ishikawa here. Relaxed back there, and able to just jump over and collapse and just scoop a ball. Really nice. Going back to Fare, giving it back to him, giving him another opportunity. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go. He doesn't swing on the line, or he doesn't score on the line, so he goes for the cross. Love it. Big serve. Really nice pass from Plot. Oh my gosh. Pass first mentality, baby. Pass first. Everything else will take care of itself. Okay, this is what I say all the time to my teammates. Pass first, everything else will take care of itself. Because, yeah, okay, Plotnytski's no longer an option here because he fell to make sure that he dimed this ball. But now you got this guy going at the middle here. Now you got him contacting it here. You got him on the pipe. You got Semeniuk over there. Like, pass first mentality. Okay, pass first, everything else will fall in place. Let's see Michieletto over top. Okay. Going outside. 26-25. Floater. Good pass by Ishi. Oh, no overpass. Yeah. And I don't know, I mean, if you're going to do that, if you're going to jump and pass that, then you can't, like, I don't want you. If you're gonna not hit the overpass, just stay down. Because then, like, if you're going to put it to 10 feet or past 10 feet, then now it's a 2-option pass. Okay, I want at least a 3-option pass on an overpass. Good block. Let's see. Good for Gianelli to be up, and then good for the middle to close that block well. Seal that high swing. Nice. Good for him. Wow. All right, 26-26. Floater from that middle. Semi-in system. And yeah, I don't know if this is the time to use those middles, and he also kind of hit him low. This is a little bit of a misconnection, a little bit of maybe a bad choice by Sbertoli. And a good block by Lucer there. Like, not thinking too much, being ready to react, and then he reacts and he gets the block. Okay? Just don't overthink it. Don't try and read too early when you're blocking. Bang. Good pass. Let's see, over the top. Ooh, big old swing. But, like, this is what I was talking about is when they dove. Well, whatever. Forget it. No, I will explain. So, earlier, they dove to the one spot on Plotnytski, okay? But Plotnytski's a lefty. Let's say they dive to the one spot here on him, which they do. That forces him to go here. This is a much less comfortable swing for Semeniuk, okay? Much less comfortable, much riskier, so to speak. Good for him, okay? As the blocker, I'm okay with kind of baiting him into doing that. And but yeah, you got to be active covering. And going for a recycle like this, I mean, I don't think he's going for the cycle. I think he's going for the kill there, trying to get them on the off speed. But he didn't go high enough. And you can't really expect them to cover perfectly on a ball like that because it's in system, you know? Anything in system, people are like, look at where everyone is. Everyone's on their route, okay? Middle's on his route. Middle's literally in the air. Fare's about to jump. This guy's about to jump. And they're all coming in. This libero's, he's ready. He reacts. He's just not far enough, you know? Yeah, that's just tough. I mean, anytime, like, if you're going to get a recycle in system, then it should be off of your swing, okay? Like, it shouldn't be a tip into the block or anything. You know, like, out of system, let me see if there's going to be an example. But let's see. Nice tip by Michieletto. So calm, too. He doesn't even jump. He barely jumps there. Just that off speed. Just a little trickiness. Little deception, little diversity in what he does. Really nice. See, over the top, really nice swing. And now, if you're going to consistently dive to the one spot as that blocker, then this guy should cheat into this seam here and then bait him into getting here. Like, because a lot of people don't have that available to them. Like, let's say swinging, like right here-ish is a really hard swing for a lot of people to take. So, ooh, Sbertoli almost twisted his ankle there. You're okay. I don't think it twisted. Did it? Oh, maybe a little bit. Let's see. He's good. He's good. Okay, he's all right. Let's see. Perfect pass. Gianelli's up there, man. Gosh. But the pass is what puts the pressure on there, you know? Bang. Good swing. Let's see. Spinner from Lucer. Nice little seam ball there. Again, because something like this might just happen. Like something like this where they just look at each other is just going to happen. Percentage-wise, serving the seam is going to get you way more aces. Spinner. Good pass by Plotnytski. Similar thing. And he can still go to the ground. Like, he can focus on the pass and be completely locked in with the pass. And once he's done making his move, then he can just switch focuses and go. Okay? But you can't switch focuses until you're completely done with the pass. It's a nice swing, too. It was a nice swing by him, too. Gosh, man. And even on an almost commit block, it's still OT. It's just tough. Sheesh, dude. Yeah, I think Itas Trentino should use the middles as much as they can, honestly. Oh. Wow. What a touch. What a touch by that middle. Keeps the ball alive. Michieletto taking a swing out of bounds. Let's see. Big serve from Semeniuk. Pretty decent. Let's see here. Go to the outside. Oof, big dog. Big sauce. Bang, big swing. Good for him. Nice. It's a nice swing. It really is. And just that he contacts it high and then goes thumb down a little bit. Finishes that arm swing to his right there. Really nice swing. Really nice angle. Spinner. Chops it a little bit. Little change up. Semeniuk. Good touch. Good read by that 6 spot to run towards it and try and take a swing there. Good for him. Now you got Plotnytski, no longer an option. And yeah, dunking on Michieletto is tough because he's not even off the ground here, like barely off the ground. Let's see, he's touching the ground still, and he's way over the net. Like he can check that setter dump so easily, and honestly, maybe like matching him up on Gianelli when Gianelli's in the front row is probably the best option for Trentino, honestly, because it just fully takes Gianelli's dunk away. Oh gosh, what's going on? I don't know. I couldn't even tell what happened there, but they're both okay. Floater, Fari takes it. Good take. Over the top. See, you getting tooled. You're getting tooled, buddy. Floater, good pass by Ishikawa. Honestly, I mean, maybe not the perfect pass, but still. And I was talking about it yesterday when I was watching film. The angle that you have to make, like it looks like this. And even on that angle, it's still landing here. Like you just have to make a really sharp angle to get that ball back to target there. Yeah, I don't think that ball's up. Let's see, go to the outside, Michieletto. Good dig. Going to Ishikawa here. Yeah, and a little bit of a poor cover by Gianelli and Semeniuk there. Plotnytski runs in. Look at how far he came from, too. I think that's really nice, honestly. It's an out-of-system ball, so we had some time, but just running in there, really nice. Good for him. Plotnytski's a good friend, a good man. Bang, off the hands. Turns into a nice, easy ball for them, though. Good run. Good run. Again, like, use the middles. Use the middles. It takes pressure off of Michieletto, and it's going to mean that Michieletto is going to be an absolute monster, you know? Let's see. Bang. Really nice run. And he just approaches from here. It looks like he kind of slows himself down right there. He slows himself down, goes a little bit early maybe, and then slows himself down and then speeds up again. Speeds up off of that left foot, off of that drive step, and then swings right to the corner. But like this is what I'm talking about, is like that swing to the one spot is very comfortable, very smooth, very easy for righty hitters. Similar to how far he just kind of swung through with that serve. Ishikawa did the same thing. It's just natural. It's just what our bodies do with that thoracic rotation. Nice swing by Fare. And you see how he just like he can't use his body a ton there to go straight forward. Maybe he could scrunch a little more, but he's got a good enough arm swing. He's got a heavy enough arm where it's okay. Oh gosh. Let's see here. Plotnytski going high off those hands. High through the hands, taking a big rip. Let's see, loose air. Going after a seam again, which is a good idea. Like this right here just puts so much pressure on a team, dude. Look at Gianelli. He's getting hit at the 10-foot line, dang it. Like, he can't, like this middle can't, he can't ignore this middle. Okay, this blocker just can't ignore this middle. If he's going to ignore it like this, then that's going to happen. Like, this right here is going to happen. Like, he can't ignore that. And once he says, okay, fine, I'm not going to ignore it anymore, then the entire other side of the court is free anymore. Like, freed then. And, like, it just changes everything. A good middle changes everything, man. Let's see. Fare ripping it to the corner. Yeah, because he's facing here, and then he rips through. Honestly, he's mostly arm swing, but I mean, some players are just like that. Some players just play like that. I know a kid who's in college that plays like that as well. But Fare is just consistent. He's making good decisions, and I really like that. Whoa! Oof. Woof. Tries to go off speed, gets his fingers on it, and just makes it a free ball almost. Yup, trust in the boy. Trust in the boy. This is a perfect time to do this dunk where you're coming in, you're solo, middle is going to be late or not close, throw it down. Really nice. Ooh, no. That's tough. That's a tough bounce off the net. And that's a good touch off the net there. Out of system. Let's see. Goes for the recycle. And this is again why I'm more of a fan of swinging into the hands, because then you just don't give them the opportunity to throw it down like that. And is that the hand of Ishikawa? Yeah, it looks like the hand of Ishikawa hits that thing. Oh yeah, that's touches. That's touch. Whoa, 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 whoa. No? Yeah, that touched Fare, see? Yeah, that touched him. That definitely touched him. Let's see if do they have the challenge? I don't think they have a challenge. I don't think they have a challenge. I think that's the problem. Oh, they're challenging. They may have challenged that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Who cares? 15-13 here. Going to the outside. Ishikawa. And I don't know. I mean, these guys are getting frustrated on some of these points. And I mean, I guess at a super high level against a team that's really, really good, every point matters. So I understand that. But most of the time, you're not going to be able to change a ref's mind. And if you don't have a challenge system, you can't really do anything, Somebody go in the net there. Floater, we got 17-14 for Trentino. Good pass. Go to the outside. Yup, Michieletto OT. Let's see. Ooh, into the ref stand there. 18-14 floater. And I would like to see this middle do more with his serve, because he contacts it low and stuff, but it's still a decent enough float. I feel like he could have a nasty float with how high he jumps and how high he contacts the ball. I think he could have a nasty float. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, and I mean, just maxing out, no matter who you are, middle, right side, setter, even a libero, figure out your good serve, man. Because if you're a libero and you're playing D3, you're probably going to serve. So having a good serve is very important. Let's see. Tip. Let's see. Plotnytski out of system. Again, tipping into the block. It just, like, it's not always wrong, okay? But it's just, it gives them the chance to do something like this where he throws it down and just tips it straight down, and it's really almost impossible to cover. You know? Fare, big serve, good pass, back to Ishikawa. Ooh. Huge block by Michieletto. Gosh, man. It's a huge, huge block. He's covering up a lot of space there, making it really difficult for Ishikawa. Big serve in the seam. Let's see that serve one more time. Bang. Wow. Let's see here. Off the hands, ripping it off the hands. That's Plotnytski's game, man. What? No way. Oh, no, I did see this. I saw this on Instagram. Crazy, crazy play. And it stays in. Gosh, man. Look at how far he goes, too. He's in that full deep corner. Plotnytski goes for the hands, gets a huge touch, covers a ton of space, sprinting, dives. Wow. You never know if you can get the ball until you just go for it. Let's see if they get the point. Going to the Plotnytski again, going for the hands. Oh, and he gets the kill there. Good for him, man. Good for him. Goes for it again. That's really, honestly, very impressive. He covered, that's about 30 feet that he covered in a few seconds or whatever. Huge block by Lucer. And what I like about Lucer against, or at least with this play especially, is Lucer is mismatched a little bit, okay? He's kind of a smaller middle, especially for this game. Like, these Itas Trentino middles are huge. And he doesn't try to, like, play their game where he's trying to reach high and do this and that. I like how he puts his hands into an angle early. And I know with pins, I usually say don't drop your hands into an angle early. But with a middle ball, it's different because he's hitting it super, super fast. And, like, he's hitting it at a really quick tempo. So he doesn't have as much time to decide as these guys do, okay? And also, if he's kind of off the net or if he's just really high, especially if he's just really high, if you reach towards him, you're going to get OT'd. So you have to say, okay, I have to dive into an angle, like a little bit, you know, and he presses huge, gets a good block there, you know. But that's not with everybody. You know, if you're not playing against a dude who's massive and is going to go a foot over you every time, then you shouldn't do that. You should just press towards the ball. But sometimes you're going to get mismatched. Sometimes you're going to be at a big disadvantage physically. Let's see. Back to Fare. Big swing. Good dig by Gianelli. Off the hands. Good swing here. Look at that. And look at it. He takes a super extreme angle here, and yet he's still able to swing line because that's just how his thoracic body works. Okay? It's available. Let's see. Sbertoli going back to Fare. Ooh, hello. Hello there, buddy boy. Oof. Let's see. What? Did he step on the line? Yeah, step on the line. Little line, foot fault. Out of bounds. 23-24. Plotnytski goes for the serve. Nice. Back to Fare. Fare finishes it off. Nice. And you see, watch if I just drew a line on his approach, starting here, it would be here. It would be really weird, honestly. It would, like, curve like this a little bit, and then he lands right there. So it's almost like a V, like a really wide V, but it's a good swing. He just does what he needs to, gets his right shoulder underneath that ball, takes a swing, gets it at his peak, rips down that line, makes the right decision. Like, this is a great decision as well because That's a good double block he's playing against. Simoniak leaves this much amount of line. He takes it. Okay? It's a really good swing. Nice. It's a good game. Thanks for watching, guys.